Howdy doody, Gabby.
We got a new little guest today. I know y'all usually see the cats. but
Hello.
This is Gabby.
Oh, Gabbers. If you hear a little growl, that sounds like a little lawnmower going off.
That's her.
That'll be her because she'll be growling at nothing. So there's that.
Absolutely nothing.
Zip, zilch.
You can't even really see her because she's blending into my jacket, but
Here she goes.
there she is.
The little gray hairs. Hey, Gabs. Goofball.
All right, so we're cramming 2 games into one.
We are.
So,
We are. So let's just dive in, as we said before we went live. Here we go. Okay. Let's get started.
all right, so background on Chicago State University. They're a public university in Chicago, Illinois, founded in 1867 as the County Normal School. It was an innovative teachers college. Eventually, the Chicago Public School System controlled schools in the county, and then it became Chicago Teachers College. The last one I could find for them was 2019, and it was 2005.
Really small. Yeah.
We have played them once before these 2 games in 2010, and we beat them 9-3.
Hey, Dylan.
Hey, Dylan. Before these 2 games, so the first time we played them on February 10th, they were 2-8 and 5. And our starters for that game were the normal: David, Calvin, Joel, and Nigel. We did win 81-61, and the attendance was 142. I will say my dad was like, nice little gym, no fans.
Yeah, and so to quickly go back on the background that you were reading over, I believe that whenever SFA was first instituted in Texas, it was a normal college.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that's just what they called them. They called colleges or they called schools of higher education, like in the very early 20s and stuff. 30s were normals. And then they called it SFA also a teacher college too.
Yeah.
So it was normal and then teacher college and then obviously yeah. So I feel like that's probably a pretty normal thing, for lack of a better term, for schools and for places of private. Tony, good luck tonight. What's tonight? What's tonight?
No, the ladies and the guys will play tomorrow.
Thanks. I'm not sure what tonight is, but appreciate it, Tony. Gotta love it. Hi, Maria. Hello, Maria. Hello. Tony said again, good luck tonight, but we don't know what tonight is, but appreciate it. So yeah, moving on through, again, we're trying to just roll through Chicago. We don't have to repeat it twice since we already said it all. The only thing we'll repeat are the starters and the score. I will talk about the WAC standings when we get to the second game. Can I just roll straight into the stat section for the first game?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sean Kennedy, your stat section. So for the first game we played against them at Chicago State, field goal percentage was 48.4%. The 3-point percentage was 29.4%. Free throw was 66.7%. We had 46 points in the paint, which y'all know we love.
Gotta love those points in the paint.
Points off of turnovers, we had 17. Second chance points, we had 14. Fast break points, 7. Bench points, we had 35. Total rebounds, we had 42. 14 offensive and 8 defensive. We had 21 fouls, 15 turnovers, not bad. They had 20 turnovers. We had 13 steals and 5 blocks. Our game leaders, we had Gavin with 19 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and Day had 13 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists.
Day. Gotta love it when Day is up there in the top scoring position. I always love to see it. Okay, so talking about our notes for this game, for just some background, while this game was happening, we were actually watching it. We were watching it at the brewery during trivia. So We were watching, but we weren't watching. So we had to rewatch a little bit of it later on to kind of like make sure that we were catching everything during the game. But so some of the first things that I noticed right off the bat, especially when I checked back at the stats, obviously points in the paint. Love when what's in the 40s or 50. Heck, when it's in the 40s, it's gonna be a good game. The bench points was the big one that I noticed at 35 points. A lot of those came from Day at 13. A lot of those came from Jalen. He had 9. Also, Nana was 6. And cannot be more, again, pleased with Day's performance this season. Just knocking it out of them. I didn't know what to expect from him because when we first met him at the Meet the Jacks, he was kind of like shy and kind of quiet, but then he is a terror on that court. Yeah. No, definitely not quite on the court. Not quite one teeny tiny bit. Another thing I noticed was a lot of rebounds, 42 rebounds. I wish the offensive rebounds was just a little higher, but take what we can get. But, you had Calvin with 6. You had Day with 5. You had Derek, our boy Derek, getting some amazing. Exactly. A lot of guys with a lot of rebounds this game. I love Derek. That was going to be my next point, was Derek getting time. He played for 15 minutes. He played for 15 minutes. Diego played for 15 minutes. Nana for 12. And then Nigel was only in there for 11. I didn't even think Nigel played at all.
He didn't have his best game, but I'll get to that.
No, obviously, looking at his stats, no, he had a absolute horrendous game. But that may attribute to why he's not playing currently. Yeah. So, but who knows really, truly why, but that might be one of the reasons. But Derek playing is just fantastic. Yeah, he played for 15 minutes. He was 2 for 2 with his field goals. And that was the only points he made, but he was so good on the rebounds. He had 5 rebounds, like I said. He had assists in there. He had 2 blocks, just killing it. Again, he doesn't play very often at all.
Yeah.
So anything is going to be good from him. So love that. Love that. So that was a big point for me as well. A few other things I noticed when I was looking at the stats was also our second chance points at 14 compared to theirs. We had double. They had 7. We had 14. Basically we had double the points in the paint. They had 24 and we had 46, so pretty much almost double. Bench points was 23, so a lot of their points did come from the bench as well. They had Bryce Johnson was at 15 points. He was high point. He was off the bench, so that kind of contributes to that. 3-point percentage, not the best, but I'm not upset at that. I'm more pleased with our free throw. I wish it was in the 70s, but that's decent for an away game. It's good. Yeah. So any positive points on your end?
Yeah. So whenever I watched it back, so first of all, I saw several people on Twitter mention that the announcers were good.
Yeah.
And they were really good.
I meant to mention that as well. Yes, the announcers were great.
They were probably the best I've heard this season.
Agreed.
I definitely agree with that. And they did mention that we have the top 4 percentage of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty awesome. Calvin, as usual, diving forward. Love to see it. Kind of like you said, Diego and Nana were both put in early. Diego had a steal and was getting in there on some rebounds. Day, we already talked about him. He's second leading scorer, but he just had a great game all across the board. Scoring, free throws, defense. Let's see. He was 4 of 6 from the field, 5 of 5 free throws, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal. Yeah, he was just all over the place.
He was all over the place. Yeah.
Great game from him. I was glad that Terrell had a group there. This is from Chicago. That was cool.
Yes.
And
he did.
Other special guests that the guys got to meet. So that was really cool. So that's my brother's favorite NBA player, which is partly because Brandon was probably as you probably all know, they said it during the game that he played for A&M whenever Coach Kelly was there. So cool that he came out to support and watch the guys and
I agree.
take little pictures afterwards.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
sure they loved that.
That is really nice. You never. I mean, it's not every day that you have an NBA player coming to watch you. You know, so that's really nice for them.
There's a lot of
All right, cool. So let's moving on to the grievances.
With the airing of grievances, I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're going to hear about it.
You. Okay. So, first things first. I hate again that this is where we're at, but I don't know what's going on here with that 3-point percentage. I mean, I do know what's going on, but I mean, first of all, I mean, let's see, David 0 for 2. Trell, these boys are trying, but God bless it, it's frustrating. 0 for 2 for David, 2 out of 6 for Trell. Nigel didn't even make any, 0 for 1. Jalen 1 and 4. Nana actually made a 3-pointer. The only one he attempted, he made. Diego only hit 1. It's just very frustrating. Very frustrating. I'm sure it's frustrating for them. It's frustrating for us. I don't know. Another thing I noticed too was the lack of defensive rebounds from Gavin, which is weird. But what are you gonna do? And then the lack of offensive rebounds from David. So it's like they flip-flopped. They were tagged. Yeah, it's just. And then another thing I noticed too that I'm gonna grieve about is where's it at? We had 2 different players in foul trouble. Calvin, which I'm not surprised, but David as well.
Yeah, it's not normal for David to have 4.
No, it's not. And here we are. And then let's see, what were the other ones that I saw on the stat wise? Turnovers. Well, they weren't horrible. There was only 15, but still not great. It's not the worst we've seen all season, but not great to be fair. Yeah. Okay. That's about it for me.
So I really only had 2 grievances on this one, and the first one was their 3-pointers. Because my gosh,
I didn't even look at their stats.
So yeah, their 3-point percentage was 37.5%, and I just felt like they were making so many wide open looks, and it was like once we saw that they were making them, I just recalls on that. And my only other one's not necessarily a grievance. It's more I feel bad for him because, like I said, Nigel was literally, as per usual, putting 110% effort into everything. He just wasn't having a good offensive game. So like we said, when we get to the next game, he didn't dress out. So I'm thinking maybe he had some kind of nagging injury that
Has
game.
to be.
So I just feel bad for him.
Yeah.
He was really trying, but it just.
Yeah, ever since he's come back from his other injury at the beginning of the season, he's really been hustling hard. And then all of a sudden now whatever's happened is just continuing to plague him. I don't think it has anything to do with his hand. It has something to do with somewhere else because he doesn't have anything on his hand. Yeah. Well, to be fair, the game the other night, he didn't have anything anywhere. So, unless it's like hidden. He had pants on. Yeah, if it was wrapped, I wouldn't tell, but there's no like brace or anything. Like, Rachi has a big old brace on his knee. Yeah, I had absolutely no idea. Hey, Dennis. Hey, Dennis. So yeah, just stuff like that. I didn't even think about looking at their stats. I mean, I did, but not pretty hard.
Well, they were making 3-pointers.
Yeah. Let's see here. Try to look at the fouls. Well, they're pretty. I mean, we had 21, they had 19, so it wasn't 15 turnovers. Okay, they had 20 turnovers. So that's decent. That's good. They were killing us on turnovers. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, they only had 7 second chance points, which also kind of just shows how we were snagging those defensive rebounds pretty good. 8 total, so we were doing good there. But yeah, overall, I mean, we kind of figured this away game for them was going to be pretty I'm not going to say it was a cakewalk. Obviously not. But it was, we felt more comfortable with going into that Chicago game. I wasn't too concerned about it. And then, of course, now that they came here, same thing, honestly. So looking at going ahead, obviously we had a game for Chicago here Wednesday night, right? So to summarize the game in Chicago, one word, I would probably say typical, like a normal game. Like there wasn't anything super special that stuck out to me. It just seems like a normal kind of run-of-the-mill game, other than Nigel not having a great game and now he's out. But I just kind of call it very typical, very, very, very typical. Nothing too, like I said, nothing too exciting. It was kind of just kind of like a blah game. Standard, just a standard game. Absolutely. Yeah. So we'll do a couple more announcements at the end of the second half of the podcast here. Some things about my plates, and then a couple of not a couple, but there was at least one fan comment that we had that I screenshotted, and then a couple other things I wanted to bring up at the start of this next podcast too. But we just wanted to get through the away game so that we could talk about our past weekend and then talk about this game that we had on Wednesday. So moving right along into that game, we were finished. Yeah. Okay, good. I was making sure you didn't have anything else. So we had a really fun weekend. We had a very fun weekend. It was very, very entertaining. We went to NOLA. As some of you may know, went to NOLA for our friend Jose and Nina's wedding. Now, the funny part is that they're from Chicago, or they live in Chicago. And then literally the day that they were
going there, they were in NOLA.
They were coming to NOLA to the south. So it was just like two ships passing in the night, basically. And so anyway, they were coming down to NOLA, and of course, Desiree was going up to Chicago, and then they came back for the game on Wednesday. But so we went to the game on Wednesday, but prior to that, we were in NOLA. And so my voice was scratchy AF all week because of NOLA. So we had a great time in NOLA, saw some things that we never thought we would see. And I've been to NOLA and I've been to Vegas, and I kid you not, I may be scarred for life. It's not every day you see a cracked out woman taking a shit and piss in Bourbon Street. It was not funny whatsoever. It's funny now thinking about it, but in the moment I was like, this is the saddest shit I've ever seen about it. Just saying. But had a good time. Otherwise had a lot of fun. The service was beautiful. The church was beautiful. The second line was so fun. How much fun did you have?
That was a lot of fun.
I wasn't expecting it to be, first of all, it felt quick.
Yeah, it did.
It didn't feel like we were walking for that long.
It didn't feel long. So I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with the tradition of the second line, but it's basically like a parade that they do from the wedding to the reception. Mm-hmm. And so you have a little band leading you, like a parade, down the streets. Mm-hmm. They block off the streets with this parading through the streets.
A walking parade, yeah.
And then Brian Green's band. Random people walking around, joining in.
Yeah, it's just one big party, literally one big parade. I mean, Jacqueline, nail on the head there. There's like maybe a 4 or 5 piece band leading us. The bride and groom are right behind the band or right in front of the band. And usually they have some sort of umbrella or something that they're carrying. So Jose and Nina had umbrellas, a black and white one, bride and groom one. And then usually they'll hand out something to give to their guests to like wave or
like little streamers.
So we had little streamer sticks that we were waving. Some people give out handkerchiefs, some people give out boas. Just depends on what they want to give out for the second line parade. And it's something you have to arrange it with like NOLA PD. You have to like get your route set up ahead of time. Like it's a big production and a big deal. And it was so much fun.
It was fun.
It was so much fun. I mean, because everybody just stops and watches you and cheers you on and laughing and throwing beads at you. And I mean, it's just a cool tradition. I mean, I really, really liked that. I thought it was so fun. I was really excited for it, and I wasn't sure what to expect. But then we actually were doing it. I'm like, this is so cool. Everybody's watching us, and it was really fun. So we had a really good time at the wedding, and we saw some friends and people we hadn't seen in a while, so that was nice. And yeah, probably too many hand grenades and hurricanes, but
And then Tiger's Blood.
no, vampire
Vampire.
blood. Vampire blood. Remember Dustin?
Yeah, but I thought it was Tiger's Blood.
No, it was vampire blood. Vampire's blood. Yeah, the NOLA vampires. You know, they had to, they're, you know, getting stuck, and it's their actual blood. You know,
Okay.
the blood. Jacqueline's over my shit.
They were good though.
They were good. They were very good. They did their duty. They did their job. But yeah, so we had a really fun time. And then of course we, thank God again for our Uber Larry, because I would have driven and I would have been fine. Like I would have been fine. I would have been okay. But man, oh man, I'm glad that we did not drive.
It was very helpful.
It was so nice to like not have somebody else or not be responsible for a moving vehicle.
Yeah, so we didn't take an actual Uber, just a
No.
that would have been expensive as hell. But
Our friend Larry.
one of our friends who was also going to the wedding wanted to drive, but necessarily didn't want to make the trip by himself and over there at the same time.
Yeah, and it just worked out. I mean,
He
he
was kind
lives
enough to let
yeah.
us ride with him. So
He lives
let us
like
drive.
2 minutes from me, so it was perfect. And yeah, again, thank you, Larry, for driving us hungover.
I got lots of good hours of sleep in that trip.
I fell asleep so many times in the front, just like with my neck pillow around the front part of my neck, like just out like a light. Anyway, like a light. Yeah, just absolute like a light, just down for the count. But then I was catnapping. I'd wake up every like 5 minutes. Just oh my God. Anyway, so moving on from that, so that was our weekend. Enjoyed it, and then of course Super Bowl Sunday was the Sunday we came home, and so of course Jacqueline goes home and goes to sleep. Pretty much, I go to a Super Bowl party, and have some more drinks. I'm just a glutton for
You're a
punishment.
true champ for that.
A
I don't know how
glut-
you did it.
I don't know either.
However, I did have to drive an hour and a half back, and then I was just like,
That's true.
I'm just gonna get in bed with cats.
Yeah, I got home, took a shower, changed, and just immediately went over to Melissa's house and enjoyed drinks, and they had plenty of food, so that kind of just perked me up a little bit.
I was like,
Yeah,
fine.
no, it was fun.
How about that halftime show though? I have
Hey.
rewatched it like multiple times.
The halftime show was pretty good, I will say, and if you didn't enjoy it, then
It wasn't for you then, so
you might need to adjust your hearing aid.
yeah.
Like, if you didn't enjoy it, you probably need to. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you all. But anyway, so yeah, fun Super Bowl Sunday, and then here we are moving on till Wednesday, and we go to the game. My voice is still absolute trash. Thank God it was speech week. I didn't have to lecture.
That's helpful.
So helpful. I'm glad I planned it that way, that I was just like, I don't have to worry about lecturing because I had no voice. I sounded like a prepubescent boy. Anyway, so Wednesday, my voice was still kind of, it was okay. It was getting better, but it was still cracking at the game. And I'm like, I can't even yell. Anyway, so let's talk about the game. Moving on to the Wednesday night game, we played, obviously, Chicago State back-to-back. So that doesn't happen very often, but it just worked out pretty well. That's why we kind of waited till today to do the podcast. It just seemed made sense. It just made sense. So going into this game, Chicago State was 2-10 going into this game. Right. Correctly. Yes.
So for this game, like we said, Nigel was out. We are assuming that's not the truth, but he's out. So in addition to our normal starters of David, Calvin, Latrell, Derek started.
I think that was Derek's first start, right?
It was.
That a boy.
Super exciting for him. So we did win 88-71, and our attendance was 1,554. And now Alex Smith's standings after that game.
Yeah, so as of today, this is, what day is today? This is February the 18th, our Lord and Savior year 2020. As of today, this is the distracting part. Oh, Gabby. Okay, so as of today, here are the standings. Lots going on. Lots going on in the WAC. It is so wacky right now. I am stressed out. I don't usually get stressed out about a lot of shit, but this is stressing me out. Because you got Seattle 11-2, still doing good. You got New Mexico State at 10-2, doing good as well. You got Sam Houston at 11-3, doing good. Just Savion. That's literally the only reason why they're doing good. And then you got us at 9-4, and then you got Grand Canyon at 8-4. Like, we are holding that 4th spot at like just teetering.
Yeah.
Teetering, because then you got Grand Canyon at 8-4, then you have Utah Valley at 8-5. So I'm nervous. That's all I gotta say. Nervous. Utah Valley 8-5, and then you got Abilene Christian at 8-6. And then I don't know what the hell happened to Tarleton's logo on the UT Rio Grande is the same. Okay, so then you have Tarleton at 6-7, Dixie State 5-8, California Baptist 4-9, Chicago State 2-11, UT Rio Grande at 2-12, and then Lamar at 0-11.
Ooh, that's sad, Lamar.
I am just very upset for them. Like, I'm upset for them.
Also, from probably 2 years ago was maybe the last season, the last time we went to a game there. Anyway, obviously I ordered tickets online from them, and I continued to get bombarded with emails from their ticket office. And I finally unsubscribed the other day instead of just swiping and deleting it. And then today another email popped up from Lamar Athletics. So I don't know how many lists they have me on, but
oh
I'm
no,
not unsubscribe from them.
I'm
so tired of getting emails.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me, but with the worst possible way.
Yeah. It happened to me too after moving to the LSU game.
No. And then whenever I keep getting emails from Dickies Arena from when we played earlier this season, Liberty. Yeah. But yeah, there was a while there where I continuously was getting Sam Houston emails for athletics. And I'm like, enough is enough. Bleh. Bleh. No, I'm not sorry.
Okay, so here's Sean Kennedy's stat section for the second game of the Chicago State matchups. Our overall field goal percentage was 60.4%. I dare to say it's probably closer to the higher than this season. Also, our 3-point percentage, 42.9. Very high.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Free throw percentage, not so good at 58.1%.
Ooh, that has to be one of our lowest.
My dad was like, I think I could do better than that left-handed. But I digress. Points in the paint, 50. Points off turnovers, 30. Second chance points, 7. Fast break points, 24. Again, we had some good bench points at 30. Our total rebounds were 31. We had only 7 offensive and 24 defensive.
God.
We had 18 fouls. We only had 14 turnovers. They had 23 turnovers. We had 8 steals and 3 blocks. Our game leaders were David with 26 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. And then Calvin, double-double, 12 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks, 5 steals. Wow.
Wow. Calvin Solomon. Just lights out. Yeah, he was playing amazingly. I'll start off with Calvin then. Calvin is, I'm not going to say he's the surprise for me of the season, but he almost is. Like, I know he was good. Last season he was good.
Yeah, he's always been good.
He's always been good. But all of a sudden this season, towards almost like conference, yeah, he's just
there's a big margin of improvement, especially on the offensive side.
Yeah, exactly. He was always a great rebounder. That was never the issue. Hustled all across the court. But all of a sudden, this hustle with the scoring and the offense has just become a really nice surprise. I'm just very, very pleased. A few other things with Calvin. Let's see here. I thought I wrote something else about him, but maybe I didn't. Did you have anything else about Calvin?
I
thought I did.
Just that at the bucket, he was great. Just looked great.
Yeah, he did.
All around the board.
He did. So one of the very first plays of the game, or at least our first points of the game, it was a steal and layup by David. That just always, for me, if we can score on the first possession or especially get a steal on their first possession, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and get the ball. That's and get a nice little layup there. That's always a good start, and that's always going to bode well for me. I'm like, okay, here we go. Gonna have a good game. Of course, Derek starting is a huge thing for me as well. And
We were so excited for him.
so pleased.
Yeah, Derek was the other player, as we've said, who sat with us at our table at Meet the Jacks, him and Day. So
Right.
obviously we have a little bit more of a connection to them than any of the other new guys this season because we ate a meal with them. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's a very shy, quiet
He
guy,
is.
or he was with us. So
He is.
We were really happy to see him
Yeah.
start and do well.
Yeah. Started. Got 10 minutes. He didn't score a lot. He played the 10 minutes and got 2 points. But he got a rebound, and I'll take it.
One of the 2 points was that insane dunk. That was the 2 points. Oh my gosh, right?
That
Wow,
dunk
that
was
definitely
disgusting.
that was the best dunk of the season. I'm gonna say right now.
I mean, literally, that assist from Trell to Derek, I literally wrote, Trell to Derek, holy shit, what a slam. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. 4 times. 4 oh my gods. Derek, you gave me 4 oh my gods.
It was a wild thing. It was great.
It was such a wild shit. Okay, next thing. Holy crap.
Jonathan played such a good
The
game.
best game we've seen
He
from
was
John
3 of
all
3
season.
field goals. Made all 3 of his field goals.
The best minutes we've seen from John all season. He played 11 minutes. Jacqueline said it 3 for 3. He did miss the 1 free throw he had, but that's all right. I'm not mad about it. Whatever. He had 4 rebounds, 3 of them defensive. He had a block. He also had, that was it. So he had 6 points total. For the 11 minutes he was in the game. 6 points in 11 minutes? That's not too shabby.
No.
Especially since he doesn't play that often.
Yeah, every 3 to 4 minutes is 40 buckets.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
See that.
Oh my God. So John was playing good defense. He had those nice couple layups in there. Happy clan. David had some nice moves to the basket. I mean, the kid, he had like 4 fouls. He fouled out, but for the longest, no, he didn't foul out.
Gavin didn't.
Oh, I thought he did foul out. I thought at the very end he had a final.
He sat for a long.
No, I know, but I thought that at the very end they called a foul on him, and that was him fouling out. But I guess he didn't. Must have called it on somebody else. I thought he did, but I guess not. Okay, but yeah, he had 4 fouls, so he was sitting for a very, very long time. So he scored the majority of his points, of his 26 points, before he had the 4 fouls. So he sat for almost the majority of the second half.
Yeah.
Which, again, when you have your big man sit for the majority of the second half and you're still able to get the W.
And him still be high point.
That too.
Pretty good.
Wild. Very wild. And the crazy part is he had 26 points, but he only had 2 rebounds.
I know. He was using up all his energy on the offensive end, I guess.
I guess.
Then he was making them, so he wasn't pulling down any offensive boards because he had 0 offensive boards. They were just 2 defensive boards.
Exactly.
Wasn't any rebounds to grab.
There weren't. We only had 7. We only got 7 second chance points. And yeah, I mean, another funny thing for me too is not funny, but he had a nice spin move to the basket. I mean, I think I'm just going to say it. This is probably one of the first games I've seen him play where he actually almost every single time he got the ball just went up directly and got it in the and that 26 points, that can happen every night if he just did that every night. Just went up right with the ball into the basket, didn't hesitate, didn't even triple clutch it, just went straight up and got it.
Yeah.
The end. Put a pin on it. There was a nice steal by JJP and then threw it over to Diego for the 3. Diego.
So Diego was 3 of 3 from the 3-point line.
Yeah. He was 3 of 3 from the 3-point line and 3 of 3 from. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only.
That's the only shots he took. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Diego. Fuego, Diego.
I was so happy to see that.
Literally, boom, boom, and boom, and then he also had a defensive rebound. So he was playing decent defense, and he had a steal.
Yeah. Diego. I was so happy to see that.
Fuego, Diego. Also, the best part of it too is I know you know when you're doing well when Dave Rance makes a comment. So just like Jacqueline's father, our fathers don't say much, but when they do, it's important, and you know that you did well. Apparently, my father was very, very excited for Diego's race.
No.
He was like, "Yeah, Diego, that's what you're put in for." And it's true. I mean, that's what you're put in for. That's it, right there. Boom, boom. Make those threes. Bang, bang. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right, what else is on my list? Got to Diego. Jonathan playing really well. Trell, finally. Babe, he hit 2 threes. Not as many as he normally does, but God bless. But it wasn't until the end of the game, which is fine. But when he finally hit those threes, just like anytime he hits those threes,
Yeah.
his little smile comes out. And I'm just like, that's my boy. Love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right, any other positives you have?
So we're going to say this on the last game, but it's important to look at now. We mentioned that not only got 3, he's 6 of 10 from 3 so didn't take him off him, but
I'm telling you, Nana with the threes is just the most wild thing to see. Because he's so tall and lanky, you don't expect him to even try or attempt, and then all of a sudden, here he is. Whee! Splash.
so I like that he takes the
I know.
He knows he's going to put in there.
Caitlin!
Little smile is my fave, Caitlin said about.
I agree.
We all love it.
We love when Troll smiles. His little smile is my favorite. And then he just gets really excited. Rick is really excited. And he does one of these. Yeah. And then.
Yeah, I think I mentioned most of it. David was doing really well in the layups again. I just love to see him so smooth.
He is so
Fast
smooth.
breaker layup.
He is so
there.
smooth with those layups. 100%. Yeah. Okay. Good with those layups. Absolutely. All right. Repeat.
Begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're going to hear about it.
Okay. I don't have too many negatives about the game. Again, we were going into this game knowing that we were going to be pretty good. That doesn't mean there wasn't a few things that I noticed. First of all, the first half was a little sluggish to me.
The first half was absolutely bullshit. Sorry, guys.
I was going to be nice about it.
That's really like my only grievance. It's absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
We were only up by like 2 at halftime. Is it? Let's see. Yeah, we're only up by 2 at halftime. 41-39. Playing a team that we beat by 20 on the road, and we're playing them at home. We're only up by 2 at halftime. Nah.
Okay. Yes.
We overcame, but
We
like,
did.
We
We
shouldn't
did.
be in
We
that
did.
position.
Yeah, I mean, and that was one of my notes that I made. I was like, very, very slow start, looking a little sloppy in that first half. I knew we would turn it around. I mean, 99% knew we were going to turn that around. There was only a small little portion of me that was like, eh.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't worried. I'm not going to say I was worried, but I was like, come
I was
on,
frustrated.
guys.
I was frustrated because we shouldn't have been down by or up by only 2 at half. We should have been literally shooting the lights out of those guys. We digress. They can obviously definitely shoot the 3.
They can shoot the 3. I made that note again. That was my only other grievance for the game.
They
can shoot the 3.
They can obviously shoot the 3. I mean, not amazing percentage. It was 22%, but the ones that I feel like, again, the ones that they did make, though, were just
either really big impact
wide
plays
open,
or we just left them wide open. Yeah,
wide open. Exactly. Big impact plays at the right time to just keep them just in it enough to make me go, heh, just have that little, oh boy, moment. They still had 36 points in the paint. Still. That's a lot of points in the paint.
Yeah.
A lot. We let them in the paint a lot. That first half, for sure. Second half, we cleaned it up a little bit. We definitely turned it on, but honestly, we didn't really wake up in the second half until maybe like 5 minutes in, maybe 5 minutes in, 7 minutes in. Because again, we started off in that second half very, very slow coming out of the half. And I'm like, no. No. Anyway. So we obviously woke up. I mean, we came in, but the fact is we only beat them. It was 88-71. How much did we beat them by on the first game?
20.
And that's, I don't math. What's 88?
17.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. I mean, that's not a huge difference.
No, but I guess just looking at it, you're like, I mean,
3-point difference.
All right. Well, I guess it's not that too big.
It's not. It was just the fact that we were only up by 2 at halftime made it seem
That's true. That's a
much
fact.
closer.
That's a fact. A couple other grievances I have. And I don't know, you may have a similar one. I'm going to need these refs to stop being so freaking concerned about what we're doing on the frickin' sidelines and in the stands. They need to be paying attention to the game and what is happening in the game. Don't worry about what I'm saying, what Jacqueline's saying or not saying, what anybody else on the sidelines and in the stands is saying or doing. Unless we are being belligerent and being disrespectful and yelling, F this, F you, throwing violence and threats out at them, they need to just not pay attention to they need to pay attention to the game.
Yeah, like if it's cursing, that's one thing, but I just don't get being so concerned about people yelling at the calls. Like, I just feel like when you're a referee, you just shouldn't really be that concerned and paying attention to that. Like,
you shouldn't. You should not. Again, and even if they are cursing at you, be the bigger person and be the adult. Like, unless it is to the fact to where it is danger and putting a danger on the game or dangerous to you or the team or the players, let the security handle it.
yeah.
I need them to quit being so concerned about what is happening. There is a ref at this game that, to me, just was being too concerned about what was going on in other places. And I understand that he's trying to, I don't even know what he was trying to do. I really don't. I don't. I know that there was a point when one of our guys on the bench, he's not even a starter, he's just a walk-on. I don't even know what he is. Yeah, he's not eligible. He said something to the ref. Don't know exactly what he said. We're sitting right behind him, but it was something where the ref made a point to turn and yell at him and say, I need you to shut up, boy. First of all, you can tell him to be quiet without calling him boy. I don't know. There's just something about that term that just kind of rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I will say, though, I'm wondering what, I don't know. I feel like there's some piece of the puzzle that we're missing.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is.
That referee, like at other points during the game, seemed really cool. And like, even my dad was like, I really liked the way that he, like, as a ref, my dad was like, I really liked the way that he ref because he seemed to like conversate with the players when they ask questions and like make good calls and explain it and not be whatever about it. It's like the one thing that he was. It just makes me wonder what we missed.
Obviously, there was some other previous exchange and or whatever the kid said was egregious enough for him to have that response. I don't know. I mean, did I think you should say something to the kid? Yes. The word boy just hits me. I'm like, all right, you didn't have to say it like that. You could have told him to be quiet or let Coach Taylor handle it. That was just me. But all in all, refs need to mind what's going on in the game. Just mind what's going on in the game. Pay attention to what's going on in the game. Don't touch our players. Don't be disrespectful to the players. If they're not being disrespectful to you, there's no reason why you need to be disrespectful to them. You're the goddamn adult in this scenario. Don't touch our players.
Yeah, I didn't like that when I touched that. Didn't like that.
No. What else you got?
Yeah.
Oh, that was it? Okay.
Oh, wait.
Oh, okay.
The only other thing I was going to say was, I did laugh, this isn't necessarily a grievance, but at the jump ball that Kim and her team messed up like 3 times. And the ref kept being like, I don't know, gotta scoop that, gotta scoot
The
back.
kid would
Then
not
he-
scoot
then he
back.
jumped too early, and the rest just like looking at him like, what are you doing?
I think
Have you ever jumped before?
I think
mean,
that was the French kid. Not saying that should make a difference, but
I was like,
I know.
haven't you jumped before in probably every other game? Like, I don't understand.
obviously not. I think it was this guy right here.
But he effed it up like 3 times. in a row.
Teddy something or other.
Yeah, I can't pronounce.
Yeah, there's no way that I can pronounce his name. Okay, so a few comments. First one was from John Treadaway. It was so our bench pulled us away from Chicago State. Aku played the best basketball I've seen from him play. Diego was lights out. Gavin and Calvin incredible. Need more Derek. Agreed.
Agree on all points.
Agreed. Great comment. Absolutely agree 100%. I think our bench played really well. Derek, backup. I will back up. Wait a minute. That is also a grievance of mine. I knew there was something I was missing. Derek only played. He played for 10 minutes. And then you have people coming off the bench like Jalen and Day and Jonathan and Diego, who all outplayed him, and they didn't even he started and he only got 10 minutes.
Yeah,
and then
he could have got more.
He could have got more, considering how well he was playing.
Yeah, but happy to see him out there getting.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I'm just that was just a grievance
Yeah.
when I first saw that. I was like, he started and he only got 10 minutes, and Jalen didn't even start, and he got 31 minutes. He had more minutes than Trell and David and Gavin. Well, then Gavin was sitting out, but still.
Yeah, Calvin and JJP got the most minutes at 31.
And I'm sitting here thinking, okay, what is the reason then that? Not saying I don't like Derek starting, which is fine, but it's just I always question this. I'm like, why not have JJP start?
Well, I've never understood his rotation mentality, so
No, we never will.
trying to figure it out.
I know it's gonna give me a freaking headache if I sit here and try and analyze it. I'm not going to, and I'm just sitting here like, I don't get it. Never will. Not planning on it. The other comment I had was there was a tweet that was put out. Let's see, when was this? Yesterday. By Coach Andrew May. I screenshotted it because I thought it was really interesting. If you haven't seen it yet. It says, question, how good is men's basketball in the new WAC sports? Answer, since 2014, the start of New Mexico State, GCU, and Utah Valley era, the WAC has never been ranked higher than this season. 14th best conference of the 32 in the nation. 14th best. 4th in the West, ahead of Big Sky and Big West.
Nice.
We are good, people. Not going to say that the addition of the Texas 4 has anything to do with that, but I think it may.
Might help. Gabby thinks it might help.
Gabby. I think she's right. Okay, so a few other reminders. Oh, wait, no, there's one more thing. Bugger. Where's it at? I screenshot. Oh, there it is. Okay. Buy plates. Almost forgot Sean Kennedy, but I didn't. Maria,
a little special.
Maria says C. I'm assuming you mean C as in yes. Yes. Okay. So yes, My Plates is doing a fun little special contest. So My Plates wants to help you show your lumberjack pride on your ride. It rhymes and I love it. You know me, I gotta love puns and rhymes. So as part of their partnership with SFA Athletics, My Plates has donated one fully customized SFA license plate for 5 years, as well as four additional SFA background license plates for 1 year each. So if you want to enter this contest, you got to go to SFA Athletics on, I'm assuming, Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, and you got to sign up and enter the contest to try and win either one fully customized 5-year SFA license plate or a 4-year or one of the 4 1 years. What a great little contest.
Yeah.
Love that. Yeah. So enter to win. 5 free plates basically up for grabs. If you've always wanted a SFA license plate, one of the SFA license plates from My Plates. Now I keep hitting my darn cord and it keeps moving my computer. I'm so sorry. Now's the best time to do it. You know, it doesn't cost anything to enter. Just go for it. Why not? But yeah, get out there and get her done. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. So the girls play tomorrow at 4, I think. Something. Today is college baseball opening day. So good luck to Johnny. 2 o'clock for the women. Okay. Good luck to Johnny Cardenas and the rest of the Lumberjack boys. I believe softball already started. They may have already had a game, I think, against Baylor. I have to double check that. Fully intend on getting Johnny C on the podcast. We love him. We've been talking about doing a podcast live for one of the baseball games, and so we fully intend on doing that this season. COVID kind of got in the way the last couple seasons, so we are all in for baseball. I love Nissan baseball. I mean, in hell, we may only have college baseball because pro baseball is up shit creek at the moment. So hell, all we may have is college baseball, which is fine with me. I will be pissed, but whatever. Anyway, so that was my soapbox. Tomorrow we have Mardi Gras at the brewery. So not only do we have Mardi Gras in NOLA, but now we get some Mardi Gras at the brewery in Nacogdoches. Hey, we have, oh my God, you may love the beer. So it's a king cake ale. So it's a cream ale. So it's kind of like brewberry.
Yeah.
So it's a cream ale, and it's king cake. So it has some hints of vanilla and cinnamon.
Yeah, I'll try.
I tried it last night.
Sounds good.
It is very good. So if you're in Nacogdoches or in the East Texas area and have nothing to do tomorrow, or hell, just want to come up for the week, and it is Mardi Gras at the brewery. We're gonna have what's the band?
Old Town Brass Band.
Old Town Brass Band from 3 to 6 tomorrow. We're gonna have beignets. We're gonna have chicken gumbo. We're gonna have crawfish pizza. We're gonna have the band, and we're gonna have a hell of a good time. So that's the brewery tomorrow. It's gonna be a fun day. So hope you guys have a wonderful day. Still a little chilly in Nac, but it's a nice sunny day. Hoping it'll be like this tomorrow as well. There is a women's game tailgate tomorrow as too, so you could obviously pop by that. I think it begins at noon. I'm assuming women's tailgate at noon with Alumni Association over there in the parking lot where they usually do it where the big white tent is. So that's going on, and the game's at 2. It's also, I believe it's a pink out game, and they're giving out pink shirts to the first 300 fans. So that'll be a great opportunity to go get you a free shirt for SFA. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else happening athletics-wise. Baseball's away. Softball might be at home, maybe potentially. And I think there's tennis. There's a bunch of athletics this weekend. So have fun with that. Gotta love it. All right. So from all of us here in Nacogdoches, from me and Jacqueline, and even little Gabby, the dog co-host this time. No. Sweet girl. We love you guys, and thank you as always for following us and listening to our rambles and our grumbles and our grievances and some of our hot takes. We love you, and as always, Accent Jokes. Bye. Oh, by the way, get your plane tickets and your hotels for Vegas because we're going in. Whoa! At the end. Whoa, Sean, you hopped on just in time. We were just about to call it a day. Holy moly. Sean Clinch, we love you, man. You should come to Vegas with us. Just saying.
Totally should.
Just saying. We're excited for Vegas. All right, guys. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. And as always, Axe and Jax with Alex and Jax. And hearts back to you, Sean.